historically, they believed that letting a child attach to a caregiver was a negative impact on that child who lived in a care center, because they hoped that that child would move on from that care center. And so they didn't want that child to be connected. So as a result, they had many policies and practices to not allow children to attach to caregivers.
We were raised, all of us, thinking that punishment was not okay, but was part of our culture.
We had been trying to change the way we cared for our kids, acknowledging that there was something different that we could do, that the traditional discipline didn't work.
I used to be the TBRI of adoptions here in Colombia, and the two of us has the great opportunity to know more about TBRI. And when we heard, we felt that we need something else to change the system. The first thing that we did was translate the whole caregiver package. It was nothing in Spanish. It was hard to decide how to apply that in our culture, especially for correction.
We started exploring together the ways that we could help our caregivers and our kids learn to self-regulate and understand how trauma affects our kids and affects also ourselves. And once we understand where those behaviors come from, we are able to understand the kids and to help them modify their behavior.
Bueno, en TBRI lo primero que arrancamos es con nosotros, o sea, trabajar en nuestro interior, sacar todo esto que tenemos también de traumas interiores, que nos ayudó muchísimo, identificar algunas cosas que tampoco conocíamos y sabíamos que las teníamos por allá tan guardadas, y nos da pie para poder empezar a trabajar mucho más con los niños y empezar a ser un poco más empáticos y empezar a entrar a trabajar en el trauma de cada niña dependiendo las cualidades.
Connection is the essence of what we do.
To be able to have the financial support of Show Hope is a really beautiful collaboration, specifically when I think about practitioner training and being able to equip people across the country. Being able to support and equip the one, now that one, can equip the many.
We have, at this point, hundreds of individuals in every touch point of the child welfare system that have shared language around how best to meet the needs of kids, what are the needs of kids, and really a shared momentum on how we create that change together.
In addition to our church partners, our community partners, God is also really opening doors at the highest national level. We're being invited to the table to have conversations with the central authorities, asking the question, what can we do different? So really seeing that curiosity coming alive at the national level.
Because of the information of TBRI now, policies have changed in Colombia to emphasize attachment and allow caregivers to truly meet the needs of the children in their care. TBRI gives you the language and the tools to see people differently and love people differently, which I believe is how Jesus loved us. And it gives professionals the opportunity to be the hands and feet of Jesus with a university and research background that governments will pay money for, but we're allowing them to be the hands and feet and giving them the tools to do that.
One of our core values at Show Hope is dignity. And to bring dignity through TBRI to these children is a gift. One of the ways that I hope that we can step into that is by looking to translate our resource, Hope for the Journey, into Spanish. And that was part of the trip for coming here, is just to see the work that and the foundation that is being laid. But also, as we've been here, we've talked with partners and others to see that we can actually make this a reality, but also to see the deep need for it and how it could be utilized to move TBRI further and faster into serving the community here in Bogota and then in broader Colombia and even Latin America.
I sit down and dream about this, is that all the school systems, all the welfare system, the hospitals, everyone that cares for our kids can learn TBRI, or what correction means, because correction means to teach you to do it right. It doesn't mean anything else. You don't have to feel guilt. You don't have to feel bad. You don't have to scrub the floors. If you just ask a kid, oh, you did that wrong. How can you do it right? And the kid learns how to do it right. That just changed the world, because he doesn't have to have this huge consequence to understand that what he did was wrong. He just has to do it right. And I think if everyone in the world and in Colombia knew that concept, the world would be completely different. Can you imagine?